Hey,
Ooh,
did you get any sleep?
I've been here the whole time. I've discovered the meaning of teleportation.
What do you mean, dude?
The real answer in life. Alright. In 1942, the Nazis were working on a device for teleportation. Their new Wunderwaffe. They failed. They didn't know how to really get it to work. They had an Italian scientist by the name of Vittori. In 1952, he started working with NASA and he started redoing this obsession of teleportation. He realized that there was an algorithm to utilize. The algorithm is utilized between each and every different type of eclipse and every type of moon pattern and certain alignments of stars and alignments of planets. Like in some cases you might be able to see Venus or some shit like that, but he was able to utilize an algorithm timing it just right. And Nikola Tesla originally said if you could truly understand the definition of 359, you'd have the key to the universe in your hand. Well, here's the interesting thing. I got looking, and I finally managed to decipher Vittori's crazy little fucking encryption. 359 is debatable on how many times you've turned that knob. And a certain type of eclipse or a certain type of moon alignment, like it might be a full moon, you go and you twist it about maybe 3, 5 times, or 9 times, and you press the button like Matt does. This is the actual watch that Matt owns. This is the real fucking deal.
Well, where'd you even get these anyways?
He found them in the multiverse. These papers. He even said that there were even buildings there.
When did you see Matt?
He portal jumped here last night.
Are you serious?
He's sleeping in the shanty. So I figured it out, and I'm not gonna be able to describe it here, but I figured it out here. So there's a stone inside of it. This doesn't. Okay? But somewhere along the lines, Vittori realized what he did wrong. So he recreated the watch, but a different way. Kind of like a stopwatch. And it's just a little bit more stable. And a little more simpler too, I get it, because a regular old school style wind-up gyro operated fucking watches, they wouldn't be able to hold the capacity. Anyways, so he decided, okay, 3, 5, and 9 are the times of winding it, and blah blah blah, and etc. of the moon and the sun, or in solar eclipse and lunar eclipse. Twist, go, and it opens up a doorway, kind of like a wormhole, and you're able to literally just disappear. And next thing you know, you're in the multiverse. But in order for it to work, I kept the notes, and that's also what I was getting into. The multiverse, when you're jumping, it's affected by those solar and lunar eclipses and needs to be timed right. So, but this. Now, Einstein believed, not even Einstein, but Nikola Tesla as well, believed that the Earth is this giant battery. Well, that was originally the Nazis had the same theory that maybe you use the Earth as the power source. That's what they got wrong. No, what really is the Earth has a bunch of micro frequencies that it actually emits. And when you go into a meditative state, you're able to actually tap that. The only way for the jumping, or for a wormhole to open up that way, you have to go into a blank mind state where there's no thoughts except where you want to go, and it will take you there. And that's the way that watch works. Now, I originally, when I was thinking of this, I was thinking, okay, wouldn't this need a different type of power source, like energy, like a soul gem, for example, like Matt was telling me about? No, it has its own gem inside. It's a power source that's called the Stone of Time, and that Vittori had to create. But I don't think he actually created it, because if these were found in the multiverse, then that means he might have stolen it, because he disappeared. Nobody knows where he went to. It's almost mind-blowing, because you're looking at it and you're like, what?
Yeah.
And think of it this way. 1942. 1942. 1953. That's a huge time gap, if you ask me, but these are the only papers that are of existence. Hell, these should be destroyed, actually, but these were a flawed design, and the Nazis were like, what the fuck? Doesn't work.
Yeah.
And they usually have a tendency of burning their old documents so nobody could get their hands on them. This guy fucking took off with them when he sided with the Allies. And now we're into the final problem. Final problem that's been solved. I figured it out because he's using encryptions, and I am when it comes to cryptology. And he had one little small problem. Numeric code and Latin. Clever bastard, but I was able to crack it. So, these are the different stones, and those stones are used every time when that thing, the Peace Lord, when it jumps from one part of the multiverse to the next. There's these gems, these stone things. Matt found a couple of them, actually. I believe a red one and like an amber colored one, which I believe is the stone of strength and the stone of healing. And it's either one of these ones. I know the big one's obviously the healing one, because it even says it in Latin right there. But it's able to heal him. It's kind of like he is the watch, so he uses his energy to jump, okay? Then from there, he has to kind of like recuperate, kind of like, I guess you could say, eat something and drink a glass of water so you're not feeling a little like, woo, you know what I mean? Yeah. And even says in here, I don't think Matt knows this, but I know he said something about this, so this kind of validates what he was thinking. So his theory is correct. These can be weaponized to kill him. This thing, this Peace Lord, there's a way, and it's written right here in fucking encrypted messaging in Latin, but with numeric code, with these codes down here. It was the actual equation to make this thing work.
But who would even be the one to build something of this magnitude?
The only person I know who's not only former, but also para-military, his cousin. And you know how he is. He literally lives in a fucking bunker.
Mike?
You know how he lives in the goddamn bunker, makes guns all day long. And he knows a lot.
Oh, cuckoo though, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but he's the only person I know that can probably make this thing happen. And in fact, I think he already talked to him, so guaranteeing it. But here's the thing. You have to be able to amplify a frequency that these stones produce. And then you need some form of power source. A soul gem. You got one shot to use this, and it is more powerful than a goddamn nuke when it goes off. It has the ability to vaporize somebody, dematerialize them to a nanomolecular level, meaning you can't even see with a fucking nanoscope. And those are some powerful fucking microscopes. There's literally gone. So, if Matt weaponizes this thing, he needs to be very, very careful.
Yeah,
Because
extremely.
one wrong move, pointing it in the wrong way, it could just blow up in his fucking face. And next thing you know, he's the one that gets dematerialized. I've been up all night long trying to crack Victoria's code. Finally, I think I got it.
Well, good job.
I haven't moved from this spot since like 8 o'clock last night. And I have a pounding headache because I am like dead to the world. And if you could, brew me a pot of coffee as strong as road tar, give me 2 Tylenol, and a glass of water with lemon juice in it. I'm gonna actually go upstairs because I'm afraid that I might have soiled myself in the process last night of working here because I didn't move at all.
Oh, I'll get that done for you, but I had to go get my workout in. I just got up about an hour ago myself. I'm gonna go say hi to Matt. I haven't seen the fucker in a long time, you know.
Okay.
So I'm gonna wake his ass up. All right. Careful there.
Yeah. Yeah.